Namaste, everyone, and welcome here to another meditation. And I know it's not scheduled, but hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? So, thank you very much for joining me for this short notice meditation. I warned you yesterday, we're going to do it. So, I just got off stage not too long ago from guiding a meditation Twin Hearts here at Tony Robbins' event. And we also included Blessing Ukraine. So, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, to my teacher, Master Choa Kok Sui Mahaguji Jumeling, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your compassionate, purifying light, and soothing, healing energy for the Ukrainian people. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, for the ones who are just joining us for the first time, let me just give you some context of what we're doing. We believe that even though we could not physically be there to be of service to help, we want to do our part in basically sending them lots of love, lots of healing energy, and asking for blessings. Basically, people say, "Oh, I just pray for them." Well, there are many ways. Just to give you some context to it again, I remember many years ago, my teacher used to say, "There's two types of monks." Okay, some monks, when the way they do service is, let's say they're in the mountain, right? They're in the monastery. So one type of monk will go down to the village and basically teach and heal and, do service that way in person. The second type of monk stays up in the mountains, in the monasteries, does intense meditation, generates lots of spiritual energy, and project that light to the village. So there's two ways of doing service. One is yin, or a form, using a physical body. The other one is using pure energy. And since we cannot be there, and I would not recommend you go over there, it's not too safe, we'll do the energetic type of service. Okay? It's like, the way my teacher explained it, sometimes, do you notice, like, you're walking through a street and just out of nowhere, you felt like, oh, a car just barely missed you. And people say, oh yeah, an angel was protecting me. You have to realize everything in the inner world works with energy flowing. So it could be one of two things. One, when a person is praying for someone for divine protection, if you have somebody who could see energy, let's say you're praying for like your son because he is in an occupation that's dangerous. Let's say he's a soldier. Based on what clairvoyants see, if you pray for, let's say, your son being divinely protected, the thought form, that is the thought that is formed, that's why it's called a thought form, literally looks like a round ball with pink and golden, I think pink or golden wings. So that thought form is following that person. So if somebody happened to look and have very sensitive eyes, they see, oh, I see wings. So they see, hey, it's an angel. It could be, now, hear me out. I know some of you are already going crazy. Oh, you're saying there's no such thing as an angel. Hold your horses. So two things happen. One, that it could be a thought form, and that thought form is protecting that person, in this case the son. And so if there's a certain danger that's coming up, this thought form says, hey, you, move. That thought form would influence the person thinks, the way they think, and they will move away. That's one. Another scenario is, if this person is, let's just say, and so a lot of you are new, if this person is karmically entitled to be protected, a certain angelic being will actually embody that thought form. So actually the angelic being will enter that thought form and making it his or her body, and will literally protect that person. Make sense? So both truths can exist at the same time. It could be a thought form, or it could be an angelic being using that thought form, and there's a third one where actually it's just a thought form, period. I'm just sharing this with you so you have a context of how the energy world works. And I can tell you one thing, angels don't look like the way you think they do. You say, yeah, but they have wings. They don't need wings to fly. What you see as wings are not wings. They don't have physical bodies. They don't have to fight with gravity. What it is their heart chakra, when they're very, very loving, they're trying to protect you, guide you, heal you, and so on and so on. It's an act of compassion. So their heart chakra blooms with light. And so if you happen to have a glimpse of it, the most brilliant part of it, you see light radiating like this. So as it radiates out, it looks like wings. Anyway, one day we'll talk about this. I think some of you're getting upset because your perception of the energy world is being let's just say explained to you, and you say no, I don't change my ideas about facts. I already know. Anyway, the ones who are interested will have a session, but I'm just sharing this with you so that you know when we're asking for blessing and we're projecting all this healing energy, love, light, and everything else, as that energy goes in, it could become thought forms, it could be angelic beings embodying them. The point is, we're doing our work. So stop complaining, okay? Because people say, yeah, but you, whatever. Shall we? All right, tap your crown. Put your hand like this. I am that. I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotions. I'm not the thoughts. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, divine power. I am that. The soul, the spiritual self. I, the soul, am connected and one to my higher soul. I, the higher soul, am connected to the divine spark in me. I am a child of God. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. We are one. Now repeat after me. Our hearts are one. Our souls are one. Our spirits are one. Now say it. I, the soul, am one with all the great spiritual teachers. I, the soul, am one with all the holy angels. I, the soul, am one with all the holy archangels. I, the soul, am one with God and one with all. There is only oneness. Now be still. There's only oneness. Now open your hands in blessing. Visualize the earth in front of you. Again, imagine all of us are beings of light inside a greater light, the sun. Not the physical sun, but God's presence in the sun, also known as the central spiritual sun or God's presence in the sun, the solar logos. So repeat after me, say, we are one. We are one with God's presence in the sun, the solar logos. So be it. If you're sensitive, just by saying that and affirming it with certainty, you'll feel a surge of energy. Now look at the earth in front of us. Project a brilliant beam of light filling the entire earth. Now let that light just narrow down to the country of Ukraine. I know some of you, yeah, but other places need blessing. Look, as I said before, if you have a street, not a great street, but you want to help, you help the street that's burning. And that's the one that's burning right now, okay? We'll bless that. Well, not the one blessing. The energy is flowing to us, and we'll let it spread sideways and everywhere else. Okay, ready? We'll do the great invocation again. Keep seeing that brilliant beam of light pouring down to the earth and focusing on the whole country of Ukraine and all her people, especially the capital. Om, Om, Om. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being in Ukraine. Let light descend on Ukraine. Fill the whole country with light. Divine light, divine wisdom. So be it. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being in Ukraine. Let love stream forth into every person, every being in Ukraine. So be it. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being in Ukraine, the purpose which the Holy Masters and the spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the whole of Ukraine. So be it. Let just flood the entire country with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Wrap the entire country in brilliant, brilliant light. Let all negative energy, any type of harm, any type of aggression, all these negative energies, any dark energies are now dissolved, disintegrated, and dispersed by the brilliant light. Maintain your state of oneness and just pour that light into the country. As that light touches down, let it fill up every person, every being in the country. Let it radiate outwards towards Russia, Belarus, and all the surrounding areas. Let all be filled with light, including all the soldiers from both sides, the leaders on both sides. Let it radiate outwards. Let there be peace, love, understanding, and kindness. Kindness. So many people forget kindness. Kindness. From the center which you call the Ukrainian people, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it permanently seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the whole of Ukraine. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan in the entire country of Ukraine. So be it. So be it. Just pour that powerful force to shield the Ukrainian people from all harm and danger. So be it. So be it. Let's do it again. From the point of light within the mind of the solar logos, or God's presence in the sun, let light, wisdom, understanding descend throughout the whole of Ukraine. Now, so be it. From the point of love within the heart of the solar logos, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being in the whole country of Ukraine. Let divine love descend throughout the whole country of Ukraine. Now, so be it. From the center, where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and the spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the whole of Ukraine. From the center of the will of the solar logos, so it is. May all be blessed with goodwill and the willingness to do good. Both in the Ukrainian and Russian and Belarusian side, let there be the willingness to do what is right and what is good, what is kind. So be it. Let the military on both sides, let all the leaders be blessed with divine wisdom, understanding, love, and kindness. So be it. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the whole country of Ukraine. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan in the whole country of Ukraine. So be it. So be it. So it is. Just fill the country with light. Brilliant, brilliant light. And pour that light deeper into the earth. Let it be anchored deeply and permanently in the whole country of Ukraine. And let that light just radiate in every direction towards Russia and all the surrounding areas. Let it permeate the hearts, minds, and souls of everyone in the region, especially the soldiers on the Russian side. May they be blessed. May they be filled with spiritual awakening. So be it. May this light spread throughout the whole country of Russia, especially the leaders. May all be submerged in this brilliant light. May all negative thoughts, negative energies of aggression and greed be dispersed, disintegrated, and displaced by the brilliant light. So be it. Maintain that state of oneness. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being in Ukraine and Russia. Let light descend throughout the whole countries of Ukraine and Russia. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being, without exception, in the whole country of Ukraine and Russia, especially the leaders. Let love permeate the hearts, their minds, and souls. So be it. Let there be peace, love, mercy, and compassion for all. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being in Ukraine and Russia. The purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve, let there be goodwill and the only will to do good. Descend and permeate the wills of every person, every being in Ukraine and Russia. Bless all with goodwill, the willingness to do good, the willingness to be kind, the willingness to be merciful and compassionate. So be it. So be it. And so it is. From the center which we call the Ukrainian and Russian people, let the plan of love, intense love, and light work out. May all that is evil be completely sealed permanently. So be it. So be it. May it permanently seal that door, that wall, where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the whole country in Ukraine and Russia. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan of peace, love, and divine order to the countries of Ukraine and Russia. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. Now let's seal the energy. Let's chant Om. 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 So be it. So be it. And so it is. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, thank you for immense blessings. To my teacher, Master Chokoksui Mahaguju Mailing, thank you in full faith, and so it is. Okay, I hope that you felt the energy. Regardless, let's do our duty and obligation. Again, for some of you who are still thinking, oh, it's somewhere out there, you have to remember one thing. It's one atmosphere. If some crazy dude release a nuclear weapon, it affects the whole world. Okay? So just kind of think about it. They're not that far away. So let's do our part. You know, it's one of those things I was thinking in my meditation earlier. We might not be there physically, but as we band together energetically and keep projecting this light, we're supporting them. We're supporting them. You know, a lot of you might have experienced this before because my teacher told me this many years ago. I know we're supposed to be done with meditation. This is just to give it context. One time, my teacher was telling me that, you know, have you noticed sometimes you're in a dream and then it's in a really bad place and then you cry for help and out of nowhere, something changes. It's almost like somebody saves you, a brilliant light comes in. He goes, you know what those are? Those are the accumulation of all those energies that when people meditate and bless the earth, you are tapping into it. So no spiritual practice that we do in blessing places is ever wasted. So it's just a matter of, my teacher says, constancy of aim and effort. When you do meditation to bless an area, you just don't do it once and stop. The problem hasn't stopped. You know, some people just, I did a prayer for Ukraine. That's it? You think it's over? I wish it was that simple. So I ask you to join me. We just keep going. We keep going. We keep going. You know, I'm too dumb to know when to stop. So take it or leave it. But if you're up to it, hey, I'm spiritually a charging rhino. We keep going. We don't stop. And if you're with me, let's do our part. Namaste, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. And tomorrow is Anchor the Light. We keep going. God bless. Take care.